Brothers and sisters, namaskar. This is the second message I would say for the year 2017. The first message was actually wishing you all a fantastic 2017. I would like to dedicate this talk today on the fact that you and I are here to encourage people because courage, I think, is the basic requirement for all of us to become better and better. And you and I as leaders at home and at work, should keep on encouraging people around us because whenever we encourage, we're helping people to increase the levels of courage. And whenever you and I discourage people, that's when the courage level comes down. In fact, Sam Walton made it very, very clear that if you are able to help people to believe in themselves more, it's amazing what they will be able to accomplish. And I also am reminded of a wonderful quote of Alfred P. Salone, the gentleman who founded General Motors. He said very categorically, take away my company and all the money, but if you leave me with my people, I will be back in 5 years. So I think the emphasis has always been on people as far as companies which have done very, very well. And whenever we forget as leaders, I think that's when we go in the wrong direction. So I strongly appreciate leaders who put a lot of emphasis on encouraging their team members. And Simon Sinek has said something which is very, very powerful. He says, when leaders care less about their people become careless. Now, one thing is how can we communicate to our team members that we are caring more for them? Number one, I think it's very, very important that you and I, no matter how many people we have in our team, it's important that we, from time to time, spend one-on-one time with each and every individual because more than two becomes a crowd. And in that one-on-one meeting, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for us to encourage people by giving them a very specific message as to why we believe in them. Just like appreciation has to be specific, communicating belief in a particular person also should be very, very specific. Also, I think something that very often we tend to overlook is that we are not communicating uh, in ways other than verbal communication. Sometimes writing a note to a person as to why you appreciate that person is also a very powerful thing you and I can do because a note that you write to somebody in your team, he can read that multiple times. And I remember many, many years back that Jack Welch would actually write multiple notes on a given day to all his colleagues, I guess, telling them specifically as to why he appreciates them. So I think writing personal notes can also help. And also, see, in this day and age where things are becoming competitive and things are changing at a very, very fast pace, as a leader, we have to be very, very clear that any form of change is painful. I'm reminded of the great Dr. Sumantra Ghoshal who said that change sometimes people tend to glorify. And he gave a wonderful analogy of a caterpillar turning into a beautiful butterfly. But what he made it very, very clear that the process of change is always very painful. For a caterpillar to become a butterfly, first the caterpillar goes blind and its body rips open for the wings to emerge. And like he said in his own marvelous ways, Dr. Sumantra Ghoshal said that no caterpillar actually wants to go through that change. But then the caterpillar has to go through that change. And you and I as leaders have to be very, very clear that any change that you and I have to implement in our organization, we have to be able to anticipate the pain and then prepare our team members to overcome the pain. Because if you don't do that, that is, anticipate and prepare our people for the pain that they have to overcome, usually, normally, whenever they face any signs of pain, they tend to back out. So I think the process of encouragement is to prepare them and to keep them encouraged while they're going through the pain of change. And finally, one more thing that I really remember about Dr. Sumantra Ghoshal, he said, as a leader, we have to encourage our people not to be caught in the trap of non action. And the way he described the trap of non action was a beautiful way, like the trident of Lord Shiva. On one left prong, we have overwhelming demands. On the other right prong, we have constraints. And in the middle, I think what we need to focus is exploring choices. So having mapped the relevant demands and constraints, I think now as a leader, you've got to encourage your team members to start focusing on choices that they've never explored. And that's how they're able to balance the two extremes and create change and positive solutions. I wish you to keep moving forward by focusing on improving your levels of courage and by encouraging your team members, making them more courageous so they deliver better results in the year 2017 and become better professionals and better family members. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.